5 students at Lakeland College have their eye on the prize for the 6th annual Alberta Deans of Business case competition. With less than a week left before heading to Red Deer, they're polishing up the skills they need to successfully attack a case in a day. Kathy Lee explains.
The details are a secret, but these 5 business students have been pushing hard for a 3-day business case competition on the 24th.
We get a new case every day that we actually do practice, and then we spend a few hours on it, and we run mock presentations, and Doreen has been there coaching us through the entire time.
The team was handpicked out of a large pool of applicants to represent Lakeland College based on a number of criteria.
Academic standing, ability to work in teams, case management experience, public speaking ability to problem solve, to communicate, analytical abilities, a lot of criteria.
The challenge will be to finish a business case in 1 day.
The process is just kind of like a problem solving. We find out the problem statement, go through alternatives, solutions, as well as recommend a solution towards the company that the case deals with.
The experience will allow them to apply skills they will eventually use in the real world.
They need to learn how to work on their feet. Like a lot of the situation is they have to be flexible, adaptable. Another thing too is they learn to network.
Which are assets the team's sponsor and other future businesses are looking for.
Service Credit Union has also always looked to Lakeland College as a source for potential students. Our employees, they provide the students with a strong skill set, which allows them to easily move into employment with financial services.
On March 16th, a judging session will be open to the public to watch the students have one more go at a business case before they head out to Red Deer on the 24th. The session will be held in room 2038 at Lakeland College in Lloydminster and will start at 3:30 in the afternoon. Kathy Lee, Newcap News.
We do apologize for the audio synchronization issues in that last story. We're staying at Lakeland for the moment. The college recently took advantage of some grant money they received to help promote and raise awareness of renewable energy. It gave students and the public a chance to make 90-second videos on the subject. Jenna Bridges has more on the contest, the submissions, and who the big winners were.
The college received 18 submissions for the Center for Sustainable Innovation's Renewable Energy Video Contest.
There's been a lot of creativity and new ideas that are coming through in these videos, and I would really encourage anybody to go on our website and take a quick look through the videos. They're really very interesting.
The contest was open to college students as well as the public. The categories included Best Video by a Lakeland student, Best Overall Video, and the People's Choice Award, which was voted for online. Most winners were from larger city centers, but one local junior high student picked up second place overall.
I did it so that we could tell people more about wind power and how they can save the environment and better it.
Verbeek focused on wind power and the vital role it plays in sustainable living. She says her reasons for entering the contest were simple.
If we just keep going the way we are with our earth, we'll eventually wreck it and then there'll be nothing for us to live on.
For her efforts, Chantal received a new dock for her iPod, and top prize in each category scored an iPad.
I think it's a good way of trying to engage particularly some of the younger people in what some of the issues are of today and maybe tomorrow, and a different way of getting that interest out there.
To view all the submissions for this year's competition, simply log on to the college's website at www.lakelandcollege.ca. Jenna Bridges, Newcap News.
Border City residents racked them up Saturday night for the Big Brothers Big Sisters Bowl for Kids' Sake. This is the biggest charity fundraiser for the organization across Canada. And for the 11th annual event, this year's theme was That's Entertainment.
They could come as their favorite movie star, TV show character, singer, rock band, just whatever they wanted to. We've had some interesting costumes this year.
The organizers were definitely pleased. Participation from both registered teams and sponsorship was up this year.
We have 70 this year. Last year we had 64 teams. It's our highest amount of teams ever.
Support from businesses in the community is key to making events like this successful.
To have sponsors come through and to have all that fundraising come in, because my understanding this is one of their biggest events of the year, so to have that money coming in for them is just it's great and great to participate in it.
You get to raise the money for a good cause and then come out and have fun.
As a longtime national sponsor, the local Home Depot staff felt that participating was important in order to give back to the community.
This year we decided to get involved as a as a bunch of teams and having a lot of fun tonight.
The event raised over $38,000 last year, and Weed says they're well on their way to beating that total. At the beginning of winter, Kinusu Ridge had already sold out its season passes from previous years, and with the new chalet open for business, the outlook for this year was high. As Clayton Brown explains in this week's Everything Outdoors, although the season didn't turn out to be as good as expected, the ski resort was still busy.
The mercury dropped to -30 and below more than a few times this year, convincing people to stay indoors. A concern for managers at the Kinusu Ridge Snow Resort, but they say the amount of snowfall really benefited the hill.
Ski conditions have been awesome. This year we've had tons of snow, and it looks like we're going to actually go into April this year versus closing in March. So we're really excited, really happy.
Kinusu officials say cancellations from schools was a concern, but they've been lucky because of the recent warm weather.
We were really fortunate because of the fact that we could rebook them in March. So we didn't technically lose the schools. We still got them. So that part of the revenue was really good.
Kinusu managers noticed a drop in weekend and night skiing, but with the mild temperatures forecasted and great conditions, they have plans for some more camps.
We're looking at possibly doing some spring camps, lesson camps for the kids again, because it was very, very popular during the Christmas. And we're going to also do probably some snowboard lessons again and just let the public enjoy this winter.
Although the ski hill will be closed once the snow melts, the resort will still be open.
We're even looking at more summer operations, so a lot of people are coming out, booking the place for retirements, reunions, birthday parties, weddings. So it looks very promising even in the summer operation.
Until then, the hill will be open for skiers looking to get out a few more times. In Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
This feature brought to you by RecTech of Lloydminster and Power Merchants of St. Paul, your Can-Am Ski-Doo dealers.
Well, schools in the region have already wrapped up their Pink Shirt campaign to promote anti-bullying awareness. But Hillmond Central School saved theirs, and they sported the color today. As part of their program, they heard a presentation from a Holocaust survivor who told students the ultimate story of bullying. Whitney Stinson reports.
I am here to speak for them and for all other children whose voices were silenced by hate.
That's the message Eva Olsen is trying to spread across Canada. She's here promoting tolerance, and Hillmond's Pink Shirt campaign is a natural partner for her.
But what I'm hoping for, that to eliminate hate. And if we eliminate hate, we will eliminate bullying, because it goes hand in hand.
Olsen was born and raised in Hungary. She lived a normal life until 1944 when the Nazi regime took over. Olsen was 19 at the time.
In the middle of May, they rounded up all the Jewish people from that city, and they shipped us off in boxcars. And they told us that they're taking us to Germany to work in a brick factory, except we ended up in Auschwitz-Birkenau.
There, she watched most of her family die. Her mother, father, 2 brothers, 1 sister, and 5 nieces. Only her and her younger sister made it out alive.
We were liberated. My sister and I were liberated in Bergen-Belsen by the British and some Canadians that came in from Holland.
They took refuge in Sweden, and shortly after she met her husband, they stayed there until 1950 when the Korean War broke out. But fear of the war spreading across Europe led them to Canada.
It was important for me to focus on what I brought into this country and not what I'm gonna get out of it.
With over 2,600 presentations and 1.5 million listeners and readers, Olsen says she's not stopping anytime soon. Good news for school teachers who relish the opportunity to bring these lessons to life in the classroom.
They take away that all of us are different in our own way, whether it be our race, our appearance, our religion, whatever, and that we are truly one human race, and that all of our differences and distinctions just make us a beautiful mosaic.
We must teach our children, before they come to school, the value of respect to have for other human beings.
Whitney Stinson, Newcap News.
And if you're interested, Eva Olsen has another presentation at Hillmond Central School tonight at 7 o'clock.